We are back. The cats are good. The whisker situation has been diffused. So, when we left off very suddenly for our break, Eremos, you had dropped this snake down to its final couple hit points. One more hit should take this thing down. So, excellent strike from your illuminated seahorse. And is there anything else on your turn? I know we ended fairly abruptly for the break. Anything else?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Well, then, this snake has one final turn, possibly final, we never know, but it is going to try to attack Eremos since you have dealt so much damage to it. Will a 19 hit?
No,
Cool.
sir.
So it lashes out. I figure it just hits your armor and does no damage. And it is now Clark the Shark's turn. And / Castan, you guys can alternate your initiative since you're back-to-back. So
I think we'll just go ahead and keep biting into this thing.
sweet, go for it.
Okay, so Clark gets a dirty 20,
That'll hit.
and I get a 15.
Nice. Really quick, if you guys hear ambient noise since my door is open for the cats to come and go, let me know and I can try to mitigate that. So
Good.
That's
but both
13
those hit.
piercing damage total.
Yes. So describe how you and Clark tag team killing the snake.
I think we just feast on the head
Nice.
until it's completely gone, and then the headless body of the snake just drifts to the ocean floor.
Just like him and Nana used to do.
Don't know my grandma.
Well, as you guys bite into the head of this thing and start devouring it, it quickly goes limp and starts falling down. As you are doing this, you all suddenly hear from off towards the direction you were going before the ambush and to your left a bit, one of the clusters of rocks, you hear a very tiny little voice go, "How dare you thwart my attack, snakes?" And you see what is a fairly large crab, maybe the size of like a chicken, standing on this rock, raising a fairly large, like it looks like almost like a coral like staff, like a staff made of coral, and it's
That's
shaking.
a sizable crab.
Yeah. So it's shaking angrily, and it casts. Let me pull it up here. It casts lightning bolts at Castan and Clark the Shark. So it is casting lightning bolts. Now this is going to have some AOE effects because of the water. So
This is a dex save, right?
it is. So I need you and Clark the Shark to make dex saves.
Are they within 10 feet of me?
Yes. So once we,
okay.
so yeah, actually everyone within 10 feet will have to make those as well, but the damage would taper off. So it's a DC 13 dex save for everyone close to Castan and Clark the Shark.
Like I was still like 60, 70 feet back when I
Yeah.
did last turn.
Yeah, Verkus was as well because he was firing the bow. So Eremos, you're safe. You're able to kind of dodge out of the electricity.
I get if Eremos's +5 applies, I get a 19 for me and a dirty
Nice.
20 for Clark.
Nice. Okay, so both of you pass. So you two take half damage, and based on the distances, Eremos with half damage, I think it's going to be negligible for you. But let me double check really quick. Negligible or zeroed out. So taking half damage. So Castan and Clark the Shark, you each take 15 lightning damage, and then
Clark is gone.
Oh
Alright,
no!
Clark.
So he gets electrified and starts falling down to the ocean floor.
Yeah.
And then with that 15, Eremos, you were about 15 feet from them, right?
Oh, 10, because that's how my aura extends.
Okay. So that would be... yeah, so Eremos, you would take 2 lightning damage from
Okay.
the half damage plus the distance it wears off.
Got it.
But yeah, and Dalatar's well out of the range, so he's safe. You guys do, those of you who are not in the periphery of the lightning strikes, so that'd be Tide and Verkus, you see this large crab that casts it is consumed by his own lightning spell and kind of pops and dies.
Oh my goodness.
It was like a last resort strike. So the combat is over. You guys have survived. Everyone gets 3,000 XP from defeating the giant sea snakes.
Wow.
And this
3,000?
strange crab mage.
That puts
yeah.
us at the next level, y'all.
It does? Oh, nice. Yeah.
Wait, 3,000 total or 3,000
Each, he said.
each?
Well, 3,000, yeah, like each.
Yep.
So, because these giant coral snakes are challenge rating 4, so
Oh.
they're worth 1,100, but based on your guys' power and stuff, I scaled it back down to just 1,000 per creature. So,
Holy crap. Okay.
yeah. Because I think it's
Yeah.
because of the madness and the larger HP.
That
you
was
know?
rough.
Yeah. And
are
thankfully,
we-
you guys only. I mean, Bearcus, you were the only one who took a hit from him, really, besides Clark the Sharks. So, yeah.
He saved every time.
I almost did, and then Tide saved me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we at a point then where there's nothing threatening around us?
Yeah. You guys can see with your passive perception that this was kind of clearly some kind of. Actually, we'll play this out. So Dalatar swims over and goes, "Wow, I can't believe they ambushed us. They must be watching for people coming to aid the reef. I'm so glad we survived that. That was scary."
I think at this point, I'll come out of my shark form and drink my water breathing potion.
Nice.
Just drinks a bunch of potion and seawater.
Yeah.
A
Little bit of snake blood mixed in there, you know. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it tastes fine.
Do you think that we should stop? Should we move forward with haste, or do we have maybe 5-10 minutes where I can try and do something really quick?
Dalatar says, "Well, I don't think they had time to send any kind of message to the others, so I think we're safe to rest for a little bit."
I don't need to rest. Only one of the snakeheads survives, and I would love some of that poison.
I was thinking that for you.
Yeah,
Dalatar says, "I can't imagine what you mean, but I need to rest." Oh, sorry.
What did you say, Gaston?
The turtle needs a long rest.
Gaston also wants to harvest some snake fangs and venom if possible.
Yep. I would need you both to make either survival or nature checks or medicine checks to harvest them.
I would like to help them with my muscles if I can, like holding
my
pride.
muscles.
With my muscles.
Yeah,
Muscles
just like,
solve all
you know,
problems.
strength-based help is what I want.
I'm gonna do survival.
I'll guidance
I'll do
Bearcus.
survival as well.
Okay, as they're rolling those, Aramos, what is your strength modifier? Like, is it a plus 4?
Yeah.
Can you? Yeah, roll 2d4 and add that to one of their rolls for your.
All I want to do is give one of them advantage. Would that be all right?
That works. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So whoever's not getting guidance will get advantage.
Okay.
I think Gaston can guidance himself, can he?
Oh, that's right. I will add guidance to this.
Yeah, so and I'm gonna give one to
Bearcus,
Bearcus.
you get advantage and guidance on getting venom.
Who's getting advantage? I'm sorry.
You are Bearcus.
Okay.
You get guidance and advantage on your survival to get venom.
I got a
Okay.
21.
Nice.
I got a 27.
Ooh, 27. Nice.
That's what I like to see.
Ooh, you could use that venom in your cool.
Belladonna
Band
Bandolier.
that you're gonna get.
That's my thought.
So with a 27,
Madness venom.
Yeah.
I'd let me do some math real quick here.
This
Josh
ranger's
is gonna
getting
think
kinda
twice
roguey.
before sending venomous creatures against us again.
I know. I've extracted a lot of venom, I feel like.
Okay.
You are able to extract six
I mean, in general.
6 vials worth of poison to use.
Okay.
And this particular poison is going to do. It's going to be the same as that bite. So let me tell you what it does really quick.
Okay. Kastan, how many do you want? How many vials would you like?
Just one.
Okay, so I'll hold on to 5.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I hit a button.
Oh, hang on here. I'm just writing out what the.
Gaston, we still also have that bird beak thing that could be turned into a really cool dagger.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to give that to you, cousin. It completely slipped my mind.
I mean, I have a dragon fang that I have on one of my pauldrons that I'm going to turn into a dagger at some point too.
Nice.
Fergus
I
is just
put
gonna
in
have
the,
like daggers. Like, please put your weapons down before you come and meet the king. And I can't promise you that's all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know where I keep daggers on me.
Does a shovel count as a weapon as well?
Is
Only if
mayonnaise
you
a
know how to
weapon?
I love it. Well, yes, so you were able to successfully get 6 vials of that poison, and with the concentration, it would be 1d4 poison damage and then a DC 12 con save. On a fail, they get stunned and take short-term madness for 10 minutes.
And that's a
Yes.
single use venom per vial and a bonus action to apply to a dagger.
Correct.
Okay.
And then
I
you
love
can
it.
apply.
Or arrows.
Well, I can
Yeah, I think
apply
you-
it in my bandolier so I avoid the bonus action. of
Oh yeah, they're just
application.
decoded in there.
That
Yeah,
works.
that's how I envisioned it, so I don't have to do the whole bonus action crap.
Yeah, not to apply. Automatic
Mhm.
application.
It's like just being coated in there the whole time. But I think you
Yep.
can use a vial to coat. Is it like 4 or 6 arrows?
Mhm.
Something like that.
I have no
I
idea.
rarely use my bow.
Yeah, he's a melee dude.
I use it when I'm desperate.
But I'm asking for me.
Oh, that's fair. Sorry.
He has one for bow, yeah.
I just had a cool idea. So okay, great.
One slashing or piercing weapon, or up to 3 pieces of ammunition.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Anything else you guys would like to do before we proceed?
No, I want to go clear out this crab town.
Okay. Well, yeah. So after you guys
Make
harvest
money
the
off of harvesting all the crabs. Sell them.
premium crab,
Yeah. With a side of butter.
after harvesting the poison from the slain sea snakes, Dalatar kind of goes, "Okay, we should go. I'm worried about what state the reef's in. It's been like almost 2 days since I've been gone. I hope everything's okay."
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Let's go.
Cool. You guys continue on your way, and within about 20 minutes, you finally come to a very large reef structure. It's quite sprawling. It raises up. So the ocean floor now at this point, it is about, you guys are at about 800 feet deep, so it's starting to get pretty deep. But these, this big coral reef goes up about like 90 feet. So it's pretty tall. It's fairly dark at this depth, but there are some bioluminescent plants.
I cast light also on.
Nice. So it doesn't go that far because of the underwater rules, but you're able to see this big hulking structure, and you see like a little, like half a dozen sea turtles come over, and they're like, meh, 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 meh. And Dalatar's like, meh, meh, meh. And so Kastan, you can hear them saying,
also like.
yes. So Kastan, you're immediately just like, you can hear that they're saying like, Dalatar, you came back. Who are these people you brought? And he's like, they're going to save us. They're going to help us. And so they start talking very frantically. But Kastan, I imagine you would be translating to the group what you're hearing, correct?
I think I would probably just join in the conversation before thinking about including him.
Perfect.
Just excited to meet all these turtles. I'm like,
it's
oh my
like-
gosh, hello everyone. Like I'm absolutely here to help. I'm so glad that we could be here for you, but everything seems fine.
At one point, I tap him with my mage hand, and I'm just like, telepathically tell us what's happening, please, or tell me, and I'll
Yes,
tell me,
yes,
and I'll
yes.
tell the others. Like,
Game of telephone.
Can I translate telepathically to Tide?
do you think and talk at the same time? Like,
I don't think Gaston can do that.
he's like saying every other word. So, are people surface? Getting the opposite.
Roll an int save, please. No, I'm just kidding. DC 25. No.
Oh, God.
Gaston did all right. We got a 10. Oh, plus 1, 11.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, Gaston is actually not super complex. You hear the other turtles go, "We're so glad you're back. Everything's not fine. We need to get go talk to the head
Aren't
shell and hear what's and talk about the situation. Come follow us."
Head shell.
Okay,
Follow the turtles.
and I just say to the head shell.
Oh,
Yes.
got it. Okay.
To the magic conch.
That's what popped into my brain, and I had to autocorrect at the last minute. I was like, no, they don't have a little no. So you guys follow these turtles into the reef, and they actually, as you get closer, you realize that due to your size, you're not going to be able to get into the little network of like little tunnels and areas they have there. So the turtles kind of start swimming around, and they go, "We'll bring the head shell to you. Wait here." And Dalatar looks at you and says, "I'll be back in a few minutes, friends." And he goes into the thing, and you guys are seeing a lot of turtles going around, and they're just kind of like patrolling. They do seem kind of on edge, but these guys are just little sea turtles. They don't have any weapons or anything like that.
I start
Right.
shape watering us places to sit. Little
Oh, nice.
frozen tablets.
Are any of the sea turtles like a full size sea turtle? Like,
There's a couple bigger ones, but not most of them seem pretty small. Yeah.
Can I cast Reduce in myself and just go meet the head shell? I'm just kidding. I'll
could.
wait with everybody else.
Okay.
You would still be wedging yourself into the tunnel.
Yeah.
Pull out my
I only
mug,
get
fill
to
it with
an eighth of
ale,
my
start
size.
drinking, waiting for the head shell.
Nice. So you guys are waiting for a few minutes, and finally Dalatar comes back eagerly, and behind him there is a very large, old-looking sea turtle that comes out from the reef. And he's missing like one eye. Like one eye's kind of pale and like glossed over, and you see like little like calcification growths on his shell. This looks like a very old sea turtle, and there's a little retinue of younger-looking turtles around him, and he kind of swims over and he looks at you all very slowly and goes, and only he goes. And Kastan, you would hear him say, "Can you surface dwellers understand me?"
Yes.
Can the turtle cast speak with humans on himself?
Based on your passive arcana, he does not seem to be able to cast magic.
Oh, this is just a turtle.
Yeah, he's just an old turtle. Nothing special about that.
The
But
head shell.
so he can understand you, though, as you say that, right, Kastan?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. So he goes, "I've never had a conversation with someone who was not a turtle."
I can be a turtle if it makes you more comfortable.
"Oh, I appreciate that. It is not so much a question of my comfort. I am merely wondering why you have come to help us."
We feel it is just the right thing to do.
"Ah, honor! What
And
a
I'm not-
virtue it is!"
I'm in the
Well,
back, like
Wilf, but-
he's not telling them that we've made the weapons that are being used against their home now.
We didn't make them. We provided the designs for them. We didn't know Critterton would trade them literally down the river.
Well, the old turtle goes, "I appreciate that you have come to assist us. Things have gotten quite bleak."
We're so sorry about that. Not
"Why
that
would
it's our
you be
fault.
sorry? It is not of your doing."
We can just empathize with the situation you're in.
Ah, empathy, also a great virtue.
This is a very fey conversation he's having with the turtle.
Why bleak?
How exactly can we help?
I do not know. In my many water cycles of leadership as the head shell, never has such a tumultuous time fallen on our people. I fear the reef will not survive.
Very well-read turtle.
Mm-hmm.
Does it go over very
What
like
is
this
it-
turtle has a great vocabulary.
How is it that we can best help you to protect the reef?
I do not know what must be done. There are multiple threats looming around us.
What are these threats?
Well,
He sounds feeling very nervous.
the Cast and Troop Alliance attacked in full force the night before last. And you see Dalatar looking very upset hearing this, and the head shell goes, "They came, they fought, Many of us perished. They took a large number of us north, and they're preparing, I dare not say it, a large ritual where they will consume my brethren. We do not have the people or the strength to mount a rescue effort, but equally as dire, to the east, they are building something large, something that will destroy the reef. They've boasted to us of their plans. We do not have much time. And then they speak of the Awakener further north in the depths, in the darker trenches below. Something that they've alluded to. I do not know what it is. That is all I know, and I do not know what to do.
What is it? What is this?
Oh,
What aren't there sentient? Well, I guess you're all sentient. I'm not really time. Keston will translate appropriate for me.
Translate to
about
some turtle tact.
Just
with the
some
questions.
turtle tech. Yeah. What are the new threat of the other undersea critters that are using?
That's the Cast and Troop Alliance. They're the ones who took the other people north.
Yes.
I'm kind of.
They took them north, but there's a
also
threat to the east.
Something
That's
being
the
built to
Awakener.
the east.
Is
the Awakener is further north.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's the north,
there's
there's
three
the
different
hostages. Further north, there's this Awakener, and then east, there's whatever they're building that will destroy the reef.
Is the thing at the east something built by people or by other sea creatures?
I do not know.
Okay.
I assume the crabs have a hand in it, but I do not know for sure. Some of our more dexterous friends went to go investigate, and they have not returned.
Oh
You said
wow!
Ninja
okay.
Turtles.
What is a ninja? I'm not familiar with this word. They were teenagers and they did have unique shell shapes. They like to wear bandanas over their eyes. I do not know why.
But they have
a
a
little
fondness
rat
for
in a
pizza.
helmet go with them.
They may have. I do not know for sure.
So I
Man.
think north, and then because it would east take us back to the coast.
No, the coast is west of you.
Fudge.
Yeah, east or north are both further out to sea based on your current locations.
How far out from?
Yeah, how far out are they?
I'm gonna
Well,
cut the time in a quarter for turtle travel.
I am not one for arithmetic, but the machine seems to be about 3.5 hours east. The hostages I hear are just 1 hour north. Wherever this Awakener is, I do not know how much farther north. We never venture more than a couple hours in that direction.
Okay, so 2 hours to get here was really like 45 minutes. So
It's not far.
yeah, it's really not that far.
It sounds
it's like
like
a little bit more than 20 minutes per hour.
It sounds like east and then north, because
That's what I'm hearing.
Because
The east is the furthest.
Mhm.
and then we have to go north and then north again, unless we want to do everything north, come back to east, and then come back to town.
But I'm concerned if we leave the
Hostages.
like if
There's
we leave
hostages
the
at both.
Are there hostages at both?
Yeah, because
Well, there's a team that
hostages north,
hasn't
and then there's a
returned.
missing team.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could split 2 and 2, and then meet up to go north.
I don't know how well that would go.
I don't think so.
Do it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm just thinking Baldur's Gate. The voice of a person you don't understand is saying, "Don't do that."
Don't do
Yeah.
that.
I feel like if we go east, if we go north and then north again, and then go east, whatever they're building might be completed and wipe out this reef.
That's what I'm thinking. I want to take care of whatever's being built first.
Yeah.
And then go get the hostages, because they're still preparing whatever ritual they're doing.
Right.
They're making gumbo.
I was gonna say turtle soup. Yeah.
Do we really want to stop making gumbo?
I think in this situation, yeah.
You know what? It would be better instead of turtles with crabs and prawns. So you're right. We should actually attack. This is Matthew talking. I'm
yeah.
talking about
Verkus has a new respect for Kastan.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think if
hello.
we at least stop whatever this weird construction is.
Which I think could be easy considering how Tide can cast Shatter. That's a pretty useful spell.
Whatever that
when it comes
mechanism is going to be. Yeah.
It's basically
destroying
earthquake against these
inorganic
small
matter.
dwellings.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned about, like, if we make that choice, I'm sure we're not going to save as many turtles.
But
we save more of the reef, I think.
And that's what I'm.
Well, but that's why I'm saying maybe we take the risk to split so that we don't lose any of the hostages, and we don't risk any additional damage to the reef for those people who live in this area of aquatic critterton.
Because they have more of these snakes. I feel like it's going to be a problem.
I have a thought. Can I so Tavusa with the cold, if I were to hold on to Tavusa and go north, would I be able to cut the time down if we're swimming that way? DM. If I'm like in going stealth mode.
I'd say that using Tavusa's kind of sleek cold ability and stuff, normally when you're trying to move stealthy, it reduces your movement speed. Your movement speed's already reduced due to being underwater. I would say that if you were moving stealthy and it was just you guys, and it's getting darker at these depths, you could move stealthy at no further penalty to your movement speed, but you wouldn't get any increase to your movement speed.
What about if I took the tide leaf?
That might change things.
That gives you, that's only for, well, I mean, it's not going to be very far, but it's like, I think like, I don't know how long I said, 30 minutes.
And
So
that would
only
give
be
you an
part of the
increased
travel
speed
time.
of 10 feet, but you couldn't take reactions.
That's fine by me. If it's only for 30 minutes, like I'm stealthy and I can scout ahead. But the risk is I'm on my own. Because I would rather just me go than split 2 and 2. If I go, I can face step the hell out and then book it back if I run into anything bad and let you all know, hey, we should actually go this way while you guys are already making your way towards the structure.
Well, but at that point, doesn't that mean that you would have alerted whatever's going on up north?
Not if he's stealthing.
I'd be trying to.
But he's saying if anything happened, he said if anything happened, he could, face step out.
Right.
I mean,
At
but the face up just gives him an advantage, like it's just a couple more feet of movement. But I think if we're concerned about those two main things, we could do hostages, machine, and then just go north again. It's not the best, that's not the shortest route, but we could do the hostages and the machine wouldn't have enough time to, because that's the big bad, I'm assuming, further north anyway. And if we're doing these small things, it might lure it to us.
That's true.
While you guys are discussing this, you notice Dalatar and another smaller turtle even go over to Eremos, and Dalatar kind of waves at Kastan like, can you translate? It looks like he wants to talk to Eremos.
Sure.
Dalatar says, can you tell your friend here that he looks very tired and maybe sad? And this is my sister. She wants to give him a present for helping us.
This little turtle wants to give you a present as a thank you.
Oh, Dalatar?
No, the little one. It's his little sister.
Oh, it's so cute.
Dalatina.
Yes,
Dalatina.
Dalatina. That's the name. So, Kastan, you hear Dalatina go, this way. I have a friend who makes little instruments for the water to flow through. I think you might like one of them.
I'm coming.
Oh,
yeah.
Sweet. So she takes you, I mean, for her, it's like going around like the corner, but for you, it's like very easy to move there. So, So yeah, you find
step to the right.
yeah, you just kind of like look over it for her. It's like a whole little. She has to go down around a few little things. It feels like it's probably in her mind like a 5 or 10 minute trek, but for you, it's just like, okay, we're here. And so, Eremos, you see her go and like there's a little like area of the coral that's kind of a little plateau, and on top of it there is like a little like a conch shell horn, and then there's also a like a little like kind of coral with some holes in it that almost looks like an ocarina of some kind. There's also a little flute, and if Gaston translates for you, you would hear Dalatina saying, "Take whichever one you'd like. I hope it cheers you up. Thanks for helping my brother and our people."
Gaston, will you tell her for me? Thank you so
Just
much.
imagine I'm
I
interpreting.
think this will be soothing.
Feels very much like
be
work. Cut me out.
soothing for my soul. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll reach out and grab the ocarina.
Nice, awesome. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Awesome.
Magus
Well,
Orc shows up.
yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Awesome. So as you get this nice little instrument back over with the head shell, he goes, "My people are not ones for war. How can we assist you? We are completely at your mercy for aid. We do not know what to do."
Do we want to have them do anything? Honestly, I think they just kind of stay here and hang
Just
out.
stay safe. We'll take care of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
You
the
can
few.
you can rest easy, Elder Shell. Is that what it's
My
What is it?
title is head shell of the
Head
people of the
shell.
underwater reef of Turtledom.
Turtledom.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Head Shell, I think it's best that you and your people stay here and keep safe while we go look into these things. So we will be back.
Very well. We shall spelunk to the most sacred and secure depths of the reef and hole up there in the safest places that we know. And we shall await the tidings of your victory over our oppressors.
Keep watch for our return. It should not be too long.
When you get close, speak the word. I don't know. Think of a word and say it loud and make sure it's a happy word, and we will know that it is you and not our oppressors.
We will
Thank you.
call for Dalatina when we get here.
Young Dalatina, very well. Her name shall be the tiding of your victory and of our salvation as a people.
I am thrilled for that. Yes.
What was the thing called that's further north?
They called it
The Awakening.
the Awakener, and they called it
Oh,
like
the
they said
Awakener.
there's some like trenches undersea up there. But you have no idea if they mean like underwater trenches or like just some divots that they would call a trench.
Yeah.
Let's take 10 steps to the north and find the hostages.
So do we want
For
to?
reference, this main reef that the turtles live in is probably like the size of like, I'm trying to think of a good reference, like a typical cul-de-sac in a neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's big, but it's like you guys could go from one edge to the other in like less than 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Easy. Yes.
If that. Like.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, this thing that's further north is like maybe like a 10 to 30-minute walk, like, and then we could go.
So you guys are going hostages machine doing that route?
Yes.
Okay.
I have an idea if we can, when we're doing the hostage situation, if we could let one of the enemies go north to tell, and be like, tell them to come down here and like kind of be like, oh, like intimidate them to like, oh, like tell your leader to come down and meet us and show
Okay.
themselves. Or we could just do one, the other, and then just go north and do the fight there. Just have to feel out what was happening first.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you guys are heading north, then you can start moving towards the north. I do need everyone to make either investigation or survival checks to try to track exactly where these hostages were taken, because the turtles can't give you more than just general directions. So
Can I help somebody with that rather than making my own check?
Yeah, with you casting light and just kind of giving a second set of eyes, that would absolutely give advantage
I
to
will
someone
help
else.
Veracus. I'll help
Cool.
Veracus with this survival.
Then I'll give bless to Veracus as well. I mean, not bless, guidance.
I know what you meant. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll help I'll help Keston with this one because I also don't have great of either of those.
I think I'd rather. Wait, what are we rolling?
Survival or
with advantage.
or investigation.
It would be survival. I'll take the advantage because it'll cancel out my disadvantage for being exhausted.
Oh, that's
Nice.
true.
Cool.
And then you get to add your own guidance.
Dirty 20 for me.
Nice. I want to see what Kastan gets, and then we'll go from there.
I got a
advantage, I
nat
rolled
20 plus 9 for 29 plus 4 on the guidance for 33.
Dope.
Okay.
Natural 24.
Natural 24, yeah.
Here's what happens, guys. So
I
Veracus is
literally could
looking
not do better
around.
than what I just did.
That's amazing.
This is the best I'm ever gonna roll, guys. I've peaked. Thank you. I'm out.
You're really tired from not sleeping, so I'm like giving you like a little like neck massage. My mage hand is like
Yeah, this is neck massage.
Whatever the survival's for, I'm like, yeah, no, guys, I can get us through it. It's fine.
So
Real
a
relaxed.
little higher to the left. Like,
Oh.
look over there.
there. Perfect.
Oh man.
So Veracus with a dirty 20, you're just like, you can see little like tiny bits of here and there, either a few dead crabs or even a few dead turtles, and there's some little like scrapings against the rocks, or like little like spears and stuff, or bits of blood on the seafloor. So you can kind of see where the fighting took place and where there was movement of captives. But Kastan, you just look down and you just like get in the zone, and you're just like in the mind of the turtles. You're almost like that scene of like Willem Dafoe and Boondock Saints where there's just music playing in the back, and you can just see the skirmishes happening around you, you know? And so
That's
you're
such an
just like,
awesome scene.
yeah, you're kind of like moving around through the little rocks on the seafloor, and you're just like, they went this way. And then this person tried to escape and it didn't go well, and then they went this way. And so you're just kind of like moving around, like you're like in the turtle's mind. And so you guys make it there super quickly. And you come to a little like rise in the seafloor, and then below you're able to see there's like a little like valley in the seafloor, like a little dell. It's not huge, but down there you see a ton of crabs. I mean, like probably 200 of these little crabs, and in the center they have like this big rock, and there's a bunch of turtles around it, probably like 3 dozen. And up at the top of this rock there's like another big rock, and there's like a giant crab who's like lifting the rock, kind of preparing it, and a bunch of the crabs have little spears, and they're just like chanting. A few of these little spears too, they have little magical orbs of light at the end instead of having torches because they're underwater. So this is like a giant, just like big ceremony where they're gonna crush and eat a bunch of these turtles.
All of these turtles.
Yes, you guys just come upon this weird crab ritual, just like standing over, looking down at these crabs, just like, okay. So they're all fixated on this giant muscular crab with the big rock in the center. They do not notice you all approach. What
Okay,
do you all...
by giant muscular crab, how giant are we actually talking?
So
size.
he'd be like the size of a cat, actually.
Spider crab.
Size of a cat. Wow.
Yes, he
okay.
looks and some of his like the arms and the claws, they look a little bit like disproportionately big, or like almost like have weird bulges on them and stuff. You can't tell if this is like a mutated crab or like a slightly magically altered crab. It's a very strange looking crab.
How big is the rock? Like,
Yeah.
really, how big is the rock?
Are you gonna
Oh,
shatter
like
it?
like a foot and a half tall.
Nugget.
Is it way more than 10 pounds, you think?
I'd say probably about 15 pounds.
Okay.
It's probably got more mass underneath the seabed also.
Hmm.
But the part that's promenading from the sea floor is about a foot and a half tall. Probably about it's a solid rock. It's probably about 15 pounds total.
I would like to go and start blasting. No.
You said there's 200. Like, is that a space of like 50 feet, 30 feet?
I'd say
What's
this
this look
dell.
like?
I'd say this dell is about 60 feet in radius, so it's a pretty big like
Oh,
little
wow.
dell.
That's
And
Yeah,
they
there's just
cover
like
the whole thing.
there's just like a crab army down there chilling. Yeah, About to execute a bunch of
120
hostages.
foot
About to
circle
execute.
of crabs.
About to commit a undersea war crime, you know?
Who would like to go invisible to at least get that rock situated?
Wait,
I
what
like
are you
how
doing with the rock?
Aramos was. I like how Rex was
I
just
think-
like.
I
So
think
anyway, I
Aramos-
started blasting. You know.
So I think Aramos makes sense, but with your heavy armor, can you float? Do you think you would have this? He would have the strength to be able to float himself up?
I was just gonna
Marcus?
go in there and breathe on all the crabs. Like, that was my plan.
Does your
Literally, I
weapon?
have
Okay.
This radiant breath weapon. Yeah.
Oh,
We can sneak up
Um,
and do that, but like I because I don't want him to just like combat or anything. He just drops the rock on these turtles. I want to make sure the turtles will like.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry. Let me clarify what's going on with the giant crab. There's a 1.5 foot tall rock jutting from the center of this little dell. He's standing on top of it with a rock that's like the size of like my water bottle, and he's gonna be like crushing turtles against this bigger rock with the smaller rock.
Oh,
by
okay. So
one.
the small rock, I could
Okay.
probably. The small rock is probably not.
The
as
small
heavy.
rock you could pick up and chug. That thing probably weighs like 3-4 pounds.
Okay, then I can
Yeah.
take that. I think we can start if we want to start the surprise round. I can start by taking that with a mage hand, and then we could go from there. Breath weapon. I could also. I was going to use lightning bolt and careful spell.
well, we do have to get through 60 feet to the center of this.
I'm gonna map
Of
this
this
out for us
pure
real
crab.
quick, guys, just so you have a good layout of
Right.
what I'm talking
Right.
about.
I was
Yeah.
also
1 minute.
thinking, like, this is just me, just funny to fuck around. I want to wild shape into a crab and persuade them to chill.
Yeah, be
Kinda
a,
love that
be a
idea.
slightly bigger crab than the big crab that's there now.
Yeah,
Be a dog-sized crab.
yeah.
Can we enter turn-based mode?
Yeah.
Someone's been playing Baldur's Gate.
We have
So
been.
much.
It's pretty
so
fun.
good.
It's so good.
Matthew got us a controller so we could split screen co-op play.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is something they haven't done since the PS2. Like, why?
Right. PS2 used to be like, yeah, connect 4 controllers and play together. And then 3, they were like, each of you needs your own PlayStation.
Your own PlayStation, internet connection, TV. Unless you want to physically bring your system over to somebody else's
With the
place.
TV.
Right.
So let me send you guys a picture of my very hastily drawn map, but
Perfect.
what you'll see is kind of the dell is pretty spherical, and there's that rock in the center. There's again just a mass of turtles around it, or sorry, a mass of crabs, and the little area where the turtles are hostage is kind of designated there. Hopefully it's clear where they're at. Ignore the line. I was just making sure I plotted the accurate radius and everything, but let me know if you guys want clarification on what I just put in the battle maps channel.
Yes.
So the crab is just this little like cage thing right there over the rock, under the giant rock.
So the turtles are kind of at the base of this rock, which is almost like a little
Yeah.
that
weird
and
shape thing.
yeah, and there's like a thing that they could walk up as they're led up to be crushed by this giant crab on top of it. So
And then is all that squiggly just a shit ton of crabs?
yes,
It's
yes, it is.
just
All the squiggly.
hundreds of crab swarms.
It's the crab army. It's the Cast and Troop Alliance. Intermingled with the crabs, by the way, I was remiss. I forgot to mention there are the
Shrimpies.
occasional mantis shrimp. Yes, those are the heavy hitters in their army. Their evil alliance.
Hilarious.
Oh, I just burned my tongue. Woo. I forgot I filled my
Ooh,
coffee with fresh coffee. Okay. Well, take 2 fire damage. No. So again, you hear these crabs just chanting with their little spears like, rah, rah, break the shells, rah, rah. And so they don't see the 4 of you stepping up like giant celestials in the deep, just walking up.
Are all of
Moderately
the turtles
terrifying.
like withdrawn into their shells, kind of like hiding?
Yeah,
like they're
a lot of
afraid?
them are. Yeah.
Oh, so sad.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
No, I wouldn't be able to do that because I was
Got
like, I
2
could.
more breath weapons, so I can just get in there and be like, one turn. Like half of them are mostly dead.
I can get most of them stuck with an entangle.
Ooh, that would be good.
Do you have spike growth?
I do not know.
I was gonna say that invisibility thing. I could come up and at least take down the beefy crab.
Get engaged with it while we then give the turtles time to just chill.
Yeah,
He
run.
looks like with some of his weirdly grotesque claws that if he were to get you, he might do like 1d6 plus 2 piercing damage.
As we're sitting there
Hilarious.
investigating, just
Let's just go. We
does
don't need
as
that much
much
strategy.
damage
I think
as
let's
I
just
do.
go. Like,
let's
let's
let's get these things.
just go.
I do need everyone to roll initiative if you guys are about to go in ambush.
Alright.
Yeah, as I'm gonna go ahead and before I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike.
Sweet. That'll be done as a
I'll also cast Bless on us in preparation.
yeah. You guys can do that as you're about to initiate, so it won't count for your first turn. So
Actually,
Who are
no.
you
I'm just
counting?
gonna save my slots. It's not even worth it.
Yeah, save. We don't need bless.
Yeah.
I think we're fine.
I've got a 20 for my initiative.
20, nice,
11.
and then a 7 for Eremos.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so the 11 was that for Tide or Kasana? Was it
Tied.
Tide? Okay, cool. There's
I
lightning outside. I didn't expect that, Colorado. What
Yeah,
are you
I'm
doing?
seeing the clouds too. I'm like, whoa.
I know. Where did that come from? It was so
I
nice
don't
this
know.
morning. Anyway,
Right?
I also went to activate the ring before combat, and I got a nat 20.
That's a good thing, right?
Nice.
I think it's a very good thing.
It's a
Yes.
fantastic thing.
Where are you?
Kastan,
Should be
what
on
was your
your item
initiative?
in D&D
It
Beyond.
is.
19.
Oh, it's like
19?
on the
Oh,
item.
nice.
Yeah, the description from the paper is exactly what I put in the item description for D&D
Oh,
Beyond.
it's healing, but like, oh, I think I get
Yeah.
+1.
Did you get some temp HP or something? Or
No, for an
Yeah.
there's healing that occurs, but none of us have taken damage. Well, Verkus took some damage, right?
But it's
I've
just
taken some damage from a while ago.
Heal wearer until HP equals max HP plus 1 permanent HP. Oh, and then any creatures in 30 feet radius take either damage or healing. So we could
So
start this off by
So you get +1 additional to your maximum hit point
my
pool.
permanent HP, right?
Yeah, so you get to go ahead and just add an additional hit point before we start
Override max HP to 45.
nice.
And then you can heal us 3d4, which I think Verkus could use. I could use a couple more hit points, but I don't need them.
Oh, you guys, so there is healing that needs to happen?
No, if you can do the 3d12 radiant
Because
damage
into
to all crabs,
30 feet at the crabs?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
If you were
I'm
close
still doing
enough when
great.
you-
Okay.
if you were close
Yeah,
enough when you
go ahead and
activate
use it.
I just had this image of this giant crab thing, and then just a giant Tide walking up and just with his ring, just boom, like an atomic bomb underwater, just wiping out. Like
It's literally, it's 3d12.
yeah, you don't need to roll. I mean,
Of-
these crabs have like 4 HP. So
I
yeah,
want to
that's-
know. What
I
3d12?
wanna know.
Do it.
But
Do
it's
it.
all ones.
Oh, I rolled low. 4, 7. I got 10 radiant damage, but like it's 30
So-
feet out.
Yeah. So no, you annihilate like close to 100 crabs just right off the bat.
This is how we're starting, you guys.
You just vaporize them. Yeah.
All right.
Surprise round, anybody?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I-
maybe I should activate this before we start.
Boom. Well, now they all know you're here, but it is a
Yeah.
surprise round because you ambushed them. So, as the light dims from Tide's initial preemptive strike, Verkus, you get
I
to go
think they know we're
first.
here.
Hey. I'm going to.
I would have happily given you like a little shape water platform to step off of if you wanted
Perfect.
to.
So my question is, of those 100 crabs, was one of them the one holding the rock, or is that
No.
one standing?
That one's still further in this mass of crabs.
Okay, I'm gonna use my Zephyr Burst to just close the distance to the crab. Yeah. Or to the beefy crab. Would that get me close enough to do an attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if you're coming from high ground and just like diving in, go for it.
Perfect. First attack is an advantage. Jeez. Okay. 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. I rolled a 7 and a natural 1.
We
I'm rolling poop today. Okay, I'm gonna give this one to Voos's Cold.
Nice.
I'm gonna call Tavusa's chill. actually.
Tavusa, chill.
Chill.
Just imagine like your
That's
blade becomes just like the metal frosts over,
right.
like
9, an extra, so that's 13. Oh, perfect. Okay, so 9 piercing damage, 3 cold damage, and 8 force damage.
You immediately kill this beefy crab.
Okay.
You just skewer him, and he just freezes up and just conk, and he drops the little the rock on the opposite side of where the turtles are, so it rolls down this larger rock and just bowls over a bunch of crabs on the opposite side.
Phenomenal.
It kills like a dozen of them.
Great. And then I take my electrified dagger and just huck it into a little area.
Yeah.
Just an area.
Can you just roll me the electrical damage? It's going to be an auto hit on that.
Okay.
bunch of ones.
No, 2 6s.
Oh,
12.
So 12 electric damage.
So your dagger hits the ground. You see just kind of a pulse of electricity, and like 3 dozen crabs just. So you guys have just taken out about a third of their entire army
I just look at it
in 6 seconds.
and I just have like a flashback of the crab rove. Just like, huh. We always plan for so much. And so little happens. And then I'll just my last attack, just a swing. I'll just swing my blade.
Yeah, God, just do roll a
See
regular
what
attack.
happens.
just
Yeah.
at crabs.
Just at crabs. 26 to hit.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah. I'd be shocked if it didn't. For 11 points damage.
Cool. You swing down and you get like 3 crabs with a swing down. So, yes.
Just ha
At this point, the chanting of the crabs has abruptly ended, and there are just clicking claws and screams of the behemoths are here! Run!
Behemoths.
Leave
We
me
are
alone!"
destroyer gods.
Yes.
We're destroyer god.
2 very different lores are being written about us.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So, Verkus, is there anything else you can do on that epic turn?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Next up in the initiative order is Kastan, but before, as a free action for your turn, Kastan, can you make an insight or perception check, please?
This is probably going to be a perception. Yeah, perception check. I'm gonna guide it to myself.
It's not a hard one, but you feel free to use
No,
guidance.
probably not. It's a dirty 20 though.
With a dirty 20, you're like, okay, these guys are going to rout. They're not going to stand and fight the crabs.
I figured.
Yes. There might be a few stragglers who chuck toothpicks at you, but you guys are you've won already. Like,
Yeah. I don't think we'd need to do much.
it was
Cool.
probably overkill of me to have you roll initiative, honestly, just to see the order in which the 4 of you go.
I think what happens is for my turn then I just use it to shout, because like while everyone was doing their stuff beforehand, I was reading up on what my bow did, because I was like, I'm gonna activate that. Let's just do that.
Nice.
I activated it. I rolled for everything. I almost hurt myself, but I did not. And so I was just gonna start attacking with it. But if everyone's fleeing, like I'll just hold the bow and be like, "Go tell your awakener, we demand his presence." And then
Hell
let them all
yeah.
flee away.
Yeah. You see them, you can tell from their like little eye stalk expressions that they hear you and they turn and start running. So yeah, Tide and Eremos, you guys have actions if you want to do something, but you can tell crabs are already fleeing and screaming because they know that they stand no chance after the couple seconds of just annihilation that you have already unleashed upon them.
The skewering of their leader.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I know anything about like?
You do hear a few of them screaming at the skewered big one, going, "They've killed the general! They've killed the general! They've killed the juggernaut! Run!"
General Juggernaut.
Yes.
Do I know anything about these crabs? Like, are they a common type of crab? Are they good eating?
They,
Or
so,
are they endangered?
except for the one that Verkus skewered, they look like regular crabs, except you've never heard regular crabs who can speak. So that's
Oh,
weird.
they're actually speaking to us.
Oh yeah, these ones are speaking common. You all can understand them.
I
Oh.
put the general juggernaut in my pack.
Okay.
I'm gonna ride up on my seahorse and just breathe on a whole line of them.
Oh
Great. You don't even need to roll. How much damage
Like
does
a
your breath weapon
dragon
do?
swooping
2d10.
in.
yeah.
Literally the most draconic you've ever been.
Yeah.
Breath weapon over a swath of enemies.
The seahorse is like going along the bottom of the ocean so that like he's pushing up dirt alongside, like making a kind of a trench and just like crushing some of them as we go.
Is your seahorse named Mystery?
I haven't chosen a name yet, but
I was telling my sister about that on the break, and she was like, "You're a mystery, SpongeBob." Eremos, Rex, do you have how many D10s do you have in your immediate vicinity right now?
0 because I'm rolling virtual dice. So
Oh,
infinite.
okay.
0
As
and
many
infinite.
as you want. A million.
Can you roll me 2 D100s, please?
None in all of them.
Okay, let me see here.
Just gonna see how many you destroy with this breath weapon.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Roll 2D 100. 118.
You annihilate
Decimal the remainder.
118 crabs. Yes. So there are less than 100 crabs left in an army that numbered in the hundreds moments ago.
Right.
It's beautiful.
They are fleeing from this little valley, scattering into the dark undersea seabed floor. They are just fleeing, and the turtles are coming out of their shells and looking up. And the turtles do not speak common, but they start. You guys can all tell from their little sounds that they're like, meh, meh, meh. Like they're very happy and relieved. And Castan, you hear them saying, "We've been saved. We've been saved by these giant magic wielders."
With my
Oh
action, they
goodness.
see me still like in my star like form. Come down and just take the cage off of them.
Yeah. And they start floating up in the water going, "Yay, yay, yay."
Tell them to go home into the deepest depths of sacred hiding, something like that.
Yeah. Go home, little ones.
You
Find the deepest depths of sacred hiding and you'll find your people.
Oh, tell them to say and like
Oh yeah, and arrive to
Galatina,
you
so that
peacefully,
they-
say Galatina.
One of the turtles who looks a little bit older, like they have kind of some extra growth on their shell and they look a little bit bigger, kind of swims up to Castan and goes, "We'll head back to the reef, but has the weapon been completed yet? They spoke
We
of
are
it
going
much.
to check on that now. What did you learn?
They said they're nearly completed. You should move very quickly. They said it's going to happen soon, and they're going to wait until we can see the demise of our homeland, even from this distance, this great distance. They said we'll be able to see the explosion of radiance and dominance from their evil weapon, and then they were going to kill us all, but you saved us. But I don't think we have much time. We have to get to the weapon."
Okay, we'll get to the weapon. You head home quickly.
Yep.
"Great, I shall escort my people." And he turns to the crabs the turtles that you rescued and starts escorting them off towards the reef.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
We book it.
Just
On that cliffhanger, that's where we're going to end the session. We are going to start the next session with the encounter at the weapon. So you guys start heading east. And also this turtle mentions, he points to where they were referencing it. So you have a more clear direction to go in.
Okay.
So as you guys
Okay.
head off into the deep water, that's where we're going to end the session. For
Russian.
annihilating the crab army, I would like you guys to get an extra, I guess 500 XP is fair.
great.
Killed-
For stopping their
killed
entire army.
Hundreds of crabs.
500 XP. Yes. You get half of what one giant sea snake was worth.
Nice.
Awesome.
Or far
guys.
less effort.
Thank you for a great session. The War of the Reefs shall continue next time.
The War of the
Dope.
Reefs.